gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to cry. I want to cry. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I haven't been this happy in a while. This is one game in, ladies and germs. What's up, everybody? Thank you for popping in. Greg Melly here. James Harden is the man. I just want to give a quick shout out to Brooklyn, because without you guys, we wouldn't be extremely happy. I don't even know what to say right now. 133 points, was it? Even my man Isaiah Joe looked like an absolute stud. Holy shit. Tobias Harris at 6 points. Tobias Harris, ladies and gentlemen, at 6 points, and we got the dub. What's up, everybody? Drop some comments in the comment section. What's up, superhero? Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm extremely excited to be a part of this team, even though I'm not a part of this team. What a great win. Truly, what a great win. I'm not going to be on here long, but I definitely wanted to chop it up real quick with you guys. I wanted to go live. I wanted to talk about what's going on here. It's a great win. We really just had like an incredible W. I mean, the Timberwolves aren't the best team, and I'm not going to sit here and overreact because it's one game, but I mean, the team looked really good in the first half. In the first half, Embiid had like a rough game. Objectively, he was not playing super well in the first half, and yet he still had like 14 and 7. He finishes the game with 34, 10 and 3. We barely turned the ball over at all. Harden, it looked like 2017-18 Harden, and I know we're not going to get that out of him like all year long, but dude, just the fact that he came in and he did that is really impressive, dude. Really impressive. All right, Mitch, I can hop. I can get you in here, buddy. Really crazy, dude. It's a great game. What up, Kia? The backcourt, the thing I love with Maxey is it's pretty phenomenal. Like, my thing with Tyrese Maxey, we know the fit between Harden and Embiid can be really, really good. But my thing with Maxey is that Harden is a guy who is a very slow, patient, half-court offense type of player. And when he is kind of getting in his rhythm, he's kind of doing what he's doing in the half-court, he lulls the defense to sleep very easily. And then he makes that quick pass to Tyrese in the corner, and then Tyrese blows by whoever the hell is guarding him, because it's just like 180-degree polar opposite guard play. And it's really, really good. Like, really, really good, dude. Maxey had 4 steals tonight, too. I mean, Tyrese had a great game. I'll send it to you on Twitter, Mitch. Really, really impressive. Just from a lot of people. I mean, dude, I'm hype. What do you guys think? 100% Kia. The Sixers had to put the league on notice. I still think, man, like, I don't hate Paul Millsap, but I don't think he's going to be that backup 5 that we need. Cauley Stein kind of didn't really look like he was all there. What's up, Mitch?
But I'm freaking pumped right now.
Yeah, it's still early. It's definitely still early, especially after one game. It's tough to make a giant leap to say we win or lose a trade, but like, if we get this Harden every night, it's a wrap for the league.
Right. I mean, it's completely over. How many turnovers? 8?
Yeah, we had, I think, 11 as a team, which is a pretty good. I mean, we put up 133 points.
That's just freaking insane.
Maxey had 4 steals. Steibel looked really, really good. I mean, really good. I love Harden because he makes that full court outlet pass, and we run on the break. And I also want to say that I hit on my bets tonight, which is huge.
Oh, you actually hit on your bets this time?
Yes, I did, surprisingly. I lost the one. I lost the one because Furkan Korkmaz hit a pointless 3 at the end of the game.
He actually hit a shot.
I know. The one time he makes a goddamn shot. Yo, MP, bro. Tobias Harris, struggle city, but yet we still win the game by 30-plus points because James Harden put on a legitimate performance defensively too, man. We looked really, really good. D'Lo had 17 in the first half, and then he finished the game with 21. A minus 32 for Cat. Cat was so bad tonight, but he
Mm-hmm.
did get me the 21 and a half. I took the over and he got 25. So, I mean,
Right,
but
right,
look at the
right.
3 right there. Maxey had 28 points, 12 of 16 from the field, bro. Tyrese Maxey was unbelievable.
Dude, exactly what we needed. Exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
And this kind of bugs me, though, and that's Thibault's shooting. That still bugs me a little bit.
He hit a 3, though. I mean, I'll take 1 for 3 every single game. It's
If
better
it's
than
1 for 3 every single game, I'll take. I don't want to 0 for 8 again.
Yeah. Defensively, Harden is not great. Like, he made that very abundantly clear tonight, but he also, like, he does take it seriously on some possessions, and his interior defense is a plus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to poke the ball loose. He's a physical guard. Defensively down low, he's a pretty decent paint defender, but he is not a 100% effort guy on the perimeter, and that's okay because the dude gave us 27, 12, and 8 on 7 of 12 from the field and 8 of 9 from the line. He had 2 4-point plays. So there's, dude, unreal, man. Watching a step back 3 and, like, being pumped about it because it's on our team is insane. It's a crazy feeling. I never thought I would feel hype about a James Harden step back 3.
I thought I would never either, but no one got called for travel while doing it, which is a
Bro, he's never going to get that call. He's
I
never going
know.
to get and bro, Embiid went what, 2 of 3, 3 of 5 from 3, man. It's huge too. He shot the lights out tonight. He was crazy in the second half. What up, Mel? George Niang's out here balling, bro. He had a nice corner 3, put up gave Embiid an assist on that one. 34, 10, and 3 tonight for Joel.
24, 26.
Bro, I still can't process the trade either. I mean, it's seriously insane. I mean, it's
We
insane
shot
that a team.
36 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Just
gonna
put
get used
that
to
in
that.
your head. When
Get
was the
used to
last
that.
time we actually went to the line that much?
30 for 36. I mean, they went on the line 25 times, and the Timberwolves also foul more than any other team in the NBA. But, like,
Right.
my thing is, Brooklyn really just traded James Harden for Ben Simmons. And I know it's so early, but whatever. I also want to say Isaiah Joe killed the end of the fourth quarter, and I'm proud as hell of that, dude. 8
Yeah.
points in 4 minutes, dude. Sign me up for as much Isaiah Joe as possible. We went 19 of 39 from 3. That's the most threes I've ever seen us shoot. And
That's just incredible.
we nailed them.
How many threes did Harden have?
I think it went 2 for 3. Oh, 5 for 7. I was off. I was looking at
Ben
Isaiah.
Simmons only shot 5 threes in his whole time here.
Nah, 6, dude. I think he hit 6.
It was 6?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang it. I
It's
thought it
either
was
5 or 6. Yeah. Yo, Harden just genuinely brings everything that we need, everything that we miss from Simmons. Harden brings, but at the same time, like, Harden's his preferred pace of play is the half court offense, and that's Embiid's, and it's not Simmons's, and strictly for that reason. Plus, we have a change of pace guard in Tyrese Maxey, but just the way that Harden initiates the fast break, that pass that he made to Tyrese in the second quarter tonight was stupid. It was stupid.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, anybody that argues that Simmons is a great playmaker, you have to admit that Harden is the better playmaker. I mean, Harden was out there tonight making passes cross court, one-handed, and honestly, there were moments tonight where I was like, Harden, shoot the goddamn ball, like shoot it. But instead, he just doesn't shoot it. But, like, so there are moments where I'm like, Harden needs to just pop it. Like, when he gets the ball back from Embiid out of the post, just shoot the basketball. Don't dribble it, just freaking shoot it. But
Right.
I mean, it's gonna come, man. And a simply phenomenal game tonight. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better for anybody on the Sixers except Tobias Harris. But
I was just about to say that. Does this bother you when he puts up 2 for 9, 2 for 6 from 3, 6 points?
It's beautiful, man. He didn't shoot the ball 10 times. Count me in. If he's constantly going to be the 4th most attempts for our team, we're going to be winning a lot of games, man.
Yeah. He's the key, though. He's the key. So let's say he's off, right? Then we're going to need Thibault to step up in the
Not
starting
really,
line.
though. I don't think so. I mean, we have Harden. We have James Harden. Tyrese Maxey. Maxey had 28. He had the quietest 28 points tonight.
I know, it didn't feel like it.
It didn't feel like it. And I mean, I just, what's beautiful about it is we're not going to need Tobias Harris to go out and get points at all.
Uh-uh.
All right, let's read some comments here. Have you ever noticed that when another player gets brought up in the MVP conversation, Joel seems to go off, bro? Every time, Kia. The fact that Stephen A goes on this DeMar DeRozan thing, understandably, because he's been the man, but like, he's not the MVP. And if you
Shaquille
listen,
O'Neal said Embiid is. Shaq said Embiid is.
he is. He's got to be. And when you look at Stephen A's argument for it, he was basically saying Michael Jordan played on the Bulls, therefore DeMar DeRozan's the MVP. And I was like, all right, relax. Our boy Shake's looking horrible out there. He's got a month to prove himself. Yeah, Shake didn't look good. Shake's thing is like his 3-point jump shot. I hate how he like spreads his legs out so far because he's not trying to bait for a foul. That's just how he shoots it. And then it goes in and it's obviously an offensive foul. And I'm like, dude, Shake's struggling, man, for sure. I kind of want to go look at his statistics tonight.
Yeah.
Shake played 12 minutes. He was a -2. Only 2 dudes on the team tonight had a minus plus minus. Him and Korkmaz, obviously, because that guy is atrocious.
Where's Rob when I need him about Korkmaz?
I know. I was going to have him on tonight, but he couldn't get on. The true trio of the Sixers, Maxey, Embiid, and Harden, 100%. In the offseason, man, hear me out here, Mel. I think there's going to be a Bradley Beal thing going on. I don't know if I like it, but I think it's going to be a Bradley Beal thing. I mean, I wouldn't say
anyone's better than Zion, please.
I mean, we would never trade for Zion. We don't.
I know. I got a huge debate on Twitter.
Don't even get into it because there's nothing. It will never happen. It will never happen. Shake didn't play well. Korkmaz is the worst joker. So if you ever need somebody to trash on Korkmaz, I'm your guy. But Niang is a good piece. He is a guy who is a necessary play off the bench for our team. He's a dude that puts up buckets and he shoots the ball when we need him to. And he's not afraid, man. He's not afraid. Even when the shot's not falling, he's not afraid.
Now, Doc's rotations, I thought were pretty good.
It was awesome. Doc was awesome tonight. Outside of the third quarter when he tried to let Anthony Edwards get the Wolves back in the game, but we were up by like 20 plus, so I understood the all bench lineup. But then he got out of his stupid ego, whatever it is, and put Tobias Harris and Maxey back on the court. I think it was. Maxey's already better than Simmons. He's our new go-to in transition, but he also offers half-court offense. Yeah, I mean, comparatively to Simmons, he offers way more half-court offense, like way more. But as an overall player, he's a better fit in Philadelphia for sure, but I don't know if he's the better player than Ben. I'm not sure if we need Beal. I feel like we need a 3-and-D forward for Toby, back for Toby. Like, I don't care if it's a said 3-and-D career zone shot. Yeah, I'm not here for the Bradley Beal thing. I'm not. And I heard that, Mel, about the Embiid pushing to get Bradley Beal, but it also comes from Bill Simmons, who's a avid Celtics fan, so I don't know if I believe that. But I don't think Bradley Beal is a good fit just because where does Tyrese go? Like, what's the deal with Tyrese Maxey, you know? And if we don't trade Maxey for Harden, there's no shot we trade him for Bradley Beal, right? It wouldn't make any sense. I don't really think a Beal thing fits. We need a guy who can play defense and shoot the 3-ball and whatever that is, wherever that is. Maybe we can move him to Oklahoma City and get Lou Dort and we could trade a first rounder or something. I think that would be incredible, but I don't know.
I'm just telling you. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you, just watching this, I was actually having fun for once.
100%, man.
Watching this. And I was doing a live stream for my wrestling podcast as I was watching it, and I was screaming throughout the whole thing.
I saw your wrestling podcast. I was like, damn, I can't believe he's going live doing something else, but I was figuring you were watching it.
I was right here, my TV right there. I'm fine.
Yeah. It's awesome. I can't wait to watch the post game and everything. Can they bring back either one of the Bogdanoviches? Can they bring back either one of the Bogdanoviches with part of Harris's $35 million? Utah's Bojan Bogdanovic is as good as Harris defensively, and Bogdanovic is an upgrade over Shake. I would take either of them. I don't know. I don't think Atlanta would ever take Tobias simply because the fit with John Collins doesn't make any sense. I also don't really want to talk trades tonight because I'm very happy with what's going on.
People just keep on messing. I got so many DMs about trades today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
I
done.
I like Bojan Bogdanovic a lot. I mean, he's
I do too.
a way better fit in Philadelphia. He's a little bit older. He's just like, if you really don't know his game, it's like George Niang on steroids. He's just a little bit more of an aggressive George Niang. But I don't really want to talk trades.
No.
Harden is better than
If
Ben
you
by a
really
mile.
need to talk trades, Tobias Harris for more shooters.
Yeah, and defense. I mean, we're gonna need defense. Yeah, I mean, George Niang's definitely not trash. Niang's
No.
a really, really good, reliable ball player.
Yeah, you and I were the first ones to talk about George Niang. Coming from your worst favorite team
Yeah,
to
dude.
this.
I'm a huge. I was like, I made that video as soon as we got him. I was like, guys, you may not know who this is, but he is the man. Like, genuinely the man.
I thought that was a great move. Like,
yeah, it was a great move. Harden's better than Ben by. Well, yeah. I mean, James Harden is a better player than Ben will ever be.
Everyone on this team is better than Ben.
In a fit. The big thing with Philadelphia is it's never been a lack of talent. It's always been a lack of fit. And like, more than winning, dude, Embiid deserves to be happy. Like, Joel just deserves to be happy. And I'm really happy that I think, is happy right now. What are you talking about, Ben? Harden always is better than Simmons career-wise, and the Sixers should have traded for Harden last year. See, we shouldn't have, because if we traded for Harden last year, we would have had to trade Tyrese and Matisse Thybulle. But instead, Daryl Morey, the savant genius future son name of mine, instead traded for him this year and gave up 1/3 of what it was. I mean, we basically gave up Seth Curry and Andre Drummond, which is incredible. And Harden and Tobias, I mean, like, the thing here is, like, having Harden will make Tyrese such a better player.
Yeah.
Such a better player, man.
Dude, you know what was great? Harden did a one-handed pass to Tobias. Catch and shoot. Went in.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what we needed this whole time.
Yeah, we just... A big thing that I don't think a lot of people understand with Harden is he's not like a sticky hands guy. He doesn't catch it and then hold on to it and then figure it out. He's a guy who makes the right pass, and it's quick. He's a big ball movement guy when he's in the right position and he's on the right team and he's not asked to do everything and more. And so you saw it tonight, man. Like, he's a guy who makes the correct pass. He only had 1 turnover tonight, and he had, 12 assists, is it? Yeah, 12 assists on 2 turnovers, which is incredible. I mean,
I wonder who got RB's giveaway. I wonder who got it.
Yeah.
I was way off.
What did you predict?
I predicted like a 35-point triple-double, 15 assists, and like 10 points.
Jeez, Mitch, come on, dude. Let's keep it real. I said 22, 12, and 8.
I was just trolling because that's my guy. We're going out to dinner next week.
Yo, I was actually pretty close.
I really want to know who got it.
I said 22, 12, and 8. He was 27, 12, and 8.
You're always close at like predictions every time. I swear to God.
I do my homework, man. Homework.
Yeah, I'm not like me. I just coming from a guy who likes, who.
Yeah, Korkmaz is the worst, dude.
I got a guy to debate me about Korkmaz on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's it's game over.
What up, Time Cop? What up, Lucas? Yo, Lucas, I want to strictly say right here, I appreciate you and all the effort that you put in to RB's chat, to DJ Eastwood's chat, to Rom's chat. I see you, Lucas.
Yeah, he's on mine too. We DM on Snapchat all the time.
I see you in the comments constantly telling people to go subscribe to me, and I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate that. So I appreciate you, Lucas. Yeah, dude. I mean, Harden is a genius with the ball in his hands. A genuine genius. A genius.
Dude, I'm just looking at the stat line right now. It's like insane. 28 points, 27, 34. I know it's against the Timberwolves, but it's just like...
The Timberwolves are a good team, man. I also
they're
have the
young.
stat line.
They're good.
I have the box score on our screen here.
No, I know, but I was looking on the TV. I'm still having the post-game live.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just like...
No, give me any... Let me know how we can get Klay Thompson, and I'm on board for it. I hope that James Harden can shoot at least 47% or higher and 37 higher from 3 this season. To be honest, man, I think Embiid's gravity is going to allow him to do that. I mean, he went 5 of 7 tonight from 3. I mean, that's That's pretty ridiculous. And if you guys remember last year, Harden was in the MVP debate when he got traded to Brooklyn, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't give it to him. He just switched teams." He was genuinely in the MVP debate. He was like third and fourth behind Jokic, Embiid, and LeBron. I mean, he was right there. The Timberwolves are a good team. They don't
You
play a
know what
lot
I'm gonna hate though? The people are James Harden fans coming over to the Sixers claiming they're like a lifetime Sixers fans. That's the one
Dude,
thing I'm gonna hate.
whatever, man. As long as we win, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. As long as we win the Larry O'B this year, I'll be happy regardless, man. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't. The thing is, like, I don't see the Sixers changing how they play. Like, this is how they will play. But the thing is, are we going to go 19 of 39 from three? Probably not. I mean,
No.
that's tough. Like, the Sixers, including Matisse Thybulle somehow, all shot really well from three. So, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to shoot like this. But defensively, we didn't really take a step back at all. I don't think this team got worse
We did
defensively
not.
at all. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Harden, I for sure know isn't um a downgrade from Seth, and Drummond is a much improved this year, and we miss him. We do miss him. He is the one part of this team where it would have been nice to keep him around, but you know what? It's all right.
I would rather keep Curry than Drummond, honestly.
No. Mm-mm.
Curry shooting?
Curry's unplayable when it comes to the playoffs, man. He was really, really
He's
bad.
the only one who played in that series.
Kevin
It was him and Embiid.
30. Herter dropped like 30 on his head in Game 7.
Yeah, but he bounced back and he dropped 30 on theirs.
It doesn't, dude. It doesn't matter when you're giving up 25 plus points. Like, if you look back, if you go back and watch that series, Seth Curry has received so much shit for it. Not because of the offense, because his offense was awesome, but his defense was he was almost unplayable. He was so bad, and he's just one of the worst defenders in the NBA, and he always has been. But I mean, that's a reason he's been bouncing around from team to team. I don't really miss Seth, but I do miss Andre Drummond a lot because we just don't have a backup center. Maybe we can play Cauley Stein with Harden, see how that goes. Maybe we can play like Paul Reed or Charles Bassey, but we're gonna need something from a backup five because Millsap is not there anymore, man.
Yeah. I mean, where's Willie Cauley-Stein? I thought he would get more minutes.
He's a 10-day though, you know.
I know, but still, I'd rather have him than Paul Millsap. And people are like, Millsap is better. I'm like, bruh, he's younger, faster, taller, athletic, shot block. What else do you need?
I mean, in the grand scheme of things too, I mean, we would really. He did look 37 out there. We really need Willie Cauley-Stein to just be an athletic dude that he usually is. But tonight, physically, he didn't look good. Like, he just didn't look good. He had a solid rebound, but he doesn't look like he's going to be a guy that's going to be able to run up and down the court for 10 minutes a night, which is unfortunate because I thought he could have been a pretty solid pickup. Theoretically, it works. It just, I don't think he's there physically right now. And, you know, I'll give him a night. Like, it's 4 minutes. You let him, you know, run his legs off because he literally just got back in the NBA after a couple months, but he's going to need to get his shit together ASAP.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I told you this, dude. I finally got merch.
Oh, I saw that on the, I don't know. Was it your Twitter I saw that? Or maybe it was on your YouTube I saw it. That's cool, though. When is
Yeah, I
it
finally
dropping?
got merch. Thank God. Long process, but I got it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it. I have a buddy now that's going to do my,
I saw that. You should.
yeah, I have. He's gonna start doing my channel art, which is cool. He's really good. He
Is he
made
just
my
like a regular friend or
yeah.
he?
He's somebody I work with that is
Oh,
into like digital art, and he's good, man. He's good. I Time Cop. I think it's a little early. I think I would be bad at my job if I said yes or no to that question after a single night.
yeah, you can't
But
say anything.
coming off of my first initial reaction to Willie Cauley-Stein, he didn't look good tonight. And I don't mean play. I mean more of like he just physically doesn't look good,
Mm-mm.
which is unfortunate because I think maybe he gets himself into it. I don't know. Maybe he's like Harden and he's just gonna like suddenly get into incredible shape in like 17 hours. But
Right. So I actually got to pop off. I got an early morning stream at 9:45 post game.
damn, all right, you're good, dude.
I'm
You're good.
doing that. So
Thanks for
yeah,
hopping in.
you keep doing your thing, and I'm doing a post game for the Knicks if you want to come on that.
I might go to the game
All right.
because
I
it's in New
forgot.
York.
Wait. So the one next Wednesday's in Philly?
Yeah, their home game is next, and it's in Philly Wednesday.
All right.
All right,
So yeah, man, dude, we got to start up this thing. You and I got going. We got to start it up.
I know. I'll let you know.
All right. Yo, see you guys. Greg, you're killing it.
Appreciate
I've been
you.
here since day one.
Day one.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Keep
For
doing
sure.
your thing. I'll talk to you.
Yep. See you, Mitch.
Peace.
Um, yo, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I reached out to Romp. He said he was busy. I don't know. You guys get on Romp. You guys tell him to get his shit together. I don't know if you guys saw my video that I posted, but me and him, we made a little bit of a wager. We made a little bit of a wager of whether or not the Nets make the playoffs, and of course the Nets are going to make the playoffs. I like Moses Brown. I like that bucket getter. I like that idea. I also love the profile picture. I Moses Brown is a dude you're not going to worry about being in shape. That's for sure. Cauley Stein definitely looked a little skinny. Definitely a little skinny, man. We just need a guy that can play rim running five. It's all we need. It's we don't even. I don't know, man. Yo, Time Cop, I had a 6-leg parlay tonight about the Sixers game, and I won it. And I'm gonna go over it right now with you guys. I'm gonna do it right now with you guys. Yo, that's what I'm saying, Mel. How the hell is he uh is he busy? I don't know. He's doing something. Also, guys, I am currently in the process of getting monetized, which means super chats are on their way, ladies and gentlemen. Are on their way. Bro, you absolutely know Romp was just watching that on a loop. I'm surprised he hasn't even hit me up about it yet. So my 6-leg parlay, Sixers money line, check. Over 19.5 points for James Harden, check. Over 29.5 points for Embiid, check. Over 21.5 points for Karl Anthony Towns, check. 1-3 from Harden and 1-3 from Embiid, and they both hit 3+. That's huge. Yeah, so currently we're getting monetized. Hopefully, if I pass the vibe check from YouTube, we get monetized, which would be really cool. But let's get back into this game, man. It's a lot more difficult doing this by myself, I will admit, than doing it with other people. But I mean, this was a great game tonight. Tyrese looked really, really good. I think my biggest takeaway outside of the whole Harden ideal, whole outside of the whole Harden ordeal, I should say, was the fact that Tyrese Maxey. I mean, if you were going to tell me that he would have 28 points off 12 of 16 from shooting and 2 of 3 from 3 in his first night playing alongside James Harden, I would call you absolutely crazy. But that's exactly what he did, man. I mean, an incredible game. Also, 35 minutes from Harden tonight. Really, really good on Doc's side. Doc had a great game. Came in with a really impressive game plan. Got the job done, man. The Sixers team is really good. I mean, the Sixers team is really, really good. 52%, 51% from the field, 48% from three. I mean, we're not going to lose games like that. We're never going to lose games like that. I won $75 on that bet. I only bet $10. I should be, Lucas. I should be live streaming games. I do. You are a Maxi Homer. But dude, it's crazy, man. I'm just really I'm excited. There's obviously a lot to be disappointed. Not disappointed, but what's the word I'm looking for? Worried, maybe. Tobias Harris with 6 points is bad. I mean, it's really, really bad. But we also put up 133, so like I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it just because we don't need Toby to go out there and give us 15. But what I'm excited about is the fact that Tobias Harris only shot the ball 9 times. Like, that's pretty great, man. I mean, we're gonna win games when Toby's not playing like he's Kobe Bryant. We like that, man. We really do like that. A little bit longer on this game, and then I'm gonna go play around the league. That's what we're gonna do now with live streams. We're gonna go around the league because there was a crazy ass double OT game tonight that was freaking wild. Wizards Spurs. DeJounte was going off. Kuzma had 36 the last time I checked. I was like, holy shit, relax. That's exactly where we do win. Maxi's an absolute bullet, bro. Maxi is a bullet. Like, he is shot straight out of a cannon. I mean, the Wolves, I don't think the Wolves are meant to scare you. They're not like a scary team, but they're good. They're still good. You know what I mean? Like, they're still a good team. Cat's a good player. When Anthony Edwards is on, they're hard to beat. Ant-Man had a really bad game tonight. He had 15 on 5 and 13 from the field. Cat had a really bad game tonight. Before the fourth quarter, man, he had like 12 points. He ended up with 25, but he had 7 from the line. He just wasn't good. He wasn't good. And their bench is not very deep. It's tough because Naz Reid, I don't know why he thinks he's a three-point shooter, but he's not. And then obviously Jaden McDaniels, who, if he could do anything offensively, he would be nice, but he is inept, genuinely inept. They did look really sluggish. I mean, they just had a 15-point comeback last game, so. Bro, I think about this all the time. I think about the fact that we got shit on for not trading Ben Simmons for Brogdon and TJ Warren. We got shit on for not trading Ben Simmons for Halliburton, who I love. You know, who I love him. But then we got shit on for not trading Simmons for Jeremy Grant. Like, people are actually out there saying the Sixers should have traded him for Jeremy Grant. And now, for some reason, people, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, all of these ridiculous analysts are like, the Sixers lost the trade. They traded Ben Simmons for James Harden, of all people. Bro, how? How can you go from telling us that we should have traded for Jeremy Grant, to getting James Harden without trading anything else, basically? I mean, we traded an expiring contract of a backup center and Seth Curry, a guy who let a redhead ginger white boy put up 30 on him in a game 7 at home last year. I mean, come on, man. And to have the audacity to say that we lost that game or that lost that trade is phenomenal. It's all-time narrative pushing to me. It really is. It's so funny. It's so funny. I can never. The only one that is at all intellectual is JJ Redick. And I like Kendrick Perkins when it comes to Philadelphia 76ers takes because for some reason he has his head on straight and he is aware of the dominance of Joel Embiid. But it really is crazy. It's crazy how we went from D'Lo, like you said, players like Jeremy Grant, D'Angelo Russell, Malcolm Brogdon. Those were the dudes that we were like trying to trade for. And when we couldn't get Halliburton, they were like, what the hell? People were saying, Bill Simmons said we should have got Sabonis. And yet we trade for James Harden and we still lose the trade somehow. Of course not. Of course not. And this isn't Philly being like optimistic or like glass half full. This is us being realistic. For the first time in my lifetime, we have a competent point guard to put alongside Joel Embiid for the first time ever. And what does he do? First night back, 27, 12, and 8 on incredible efficiency. It's incredible, man. It really is incredible. You can't make this up. Yeah, dude, the Knicks should not have been on national television tonight. My brother-in-law is out in Pittsburgh tonight, and he texted me and was like, bro, how the hell is this Knicks game on national television? I'm trying to watch Harden's, debut. All right, let's go around the league. It was a good game here. I just hope this doesn't play. All right. So the Mavs up 2 against the Jazz. I had a video with Romp. I might post it describing how I think the Jazz might slip a little bit. The Jazz are on a rough side of the standings. This is a really big game because this will leapfrog Dallas over Utah, which I am a big fan of. Also, Dallas is not a good road team, and yet they're going to probably pull this win off if all goes well. Doncic, 23, 11, and 7 with a -9. That's kind of crazy. You don't see that very often. Davis Bertans is a bullet. And Spencer Dinwiddie. Wow, look at those two dudes. Killing it for them. Donovan Mitchell doing everything because Rudy Gobert is -10. Wow. I feel bad for Spida. Dude's got 33 on 11 of 19 and 7 of 12 from 3. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Fleecing for an MVP. Morey is a different bag. 100%, dude. Morey is an animal. He is a different breed. He's an animal. Rudy Gobert is my least favorite player of all time. He is my least favorite player in the NBA. Jazz is just a bunch of frauds, 100%. Doncic, maybe not come back down to earth, but I mean he's going to be in the MVP conversation, I think, in general. But I think it's so funny how bad Bertans is in general, and yet he's just an absolute walking bucket immediately when he comes in. Let's go check out this. This is the game I want to watch here, and I want to pause this ad. I'm going to pause that ad. There you go. So here we go. The final score of 157 to 153 in a double overtime game. The Spurs get the W on the road, despite going 9 of 29 from 3. And the Wizards went 16 of 38. That's insane, actually. That's really insane. Scored 157 points, and they only hit 9 threes. Kuzma had 36, 8, and 7. And he shot the ball 27 times. KCP, 24. I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. Let's go up. Is Ish Smith playing? He is. Damn, I wanted him as a buyout guy. DeJounte, my guy, had 31, 14, 13. He had 6 turnovers, but, I mean, that's understandable at that point in the game. Unreal, man. I mean, Morey turned a lineup of Simmons, Richardson, Tobias, Horford, Embiid, Harden, Maxey, Matisse, Tobias, Embiid. Insane. Genuinely insane. Insane. All right, let me go full screen here. Kept saying the Mavs somehow won that trade. It was a horrible trade, but they still won it. Yo, low key, bro. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they won it. I think it was a lose-lose for both teams because, like, Bertans' contract is longer than KP's, and Dinwiddie's, like, not good, especially for the money that he's making. So, like, I don't know. But, I mean, it depends on, like, the heliocentric offense of Luka Doncic. If you can just run around 4 out on him, and Bertans, if Bertans is making his threes, they win that trade. I mean, they win that trade because he's going to start playing like the guy that they paid him to be a while ago. But it's man, I don't know. KP's thing is he just can't stay on the court, and I just think availability is probably the best ability. So you're probably right, Mel. You're probably right, brother. Yeah, I mean the Jazz are frauds for sure. Can they stop putting the Lakers on ESPN every Wednesday and Friday? It's disgusting, dude. I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of turning on the ESPN and the Lakers games on. I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about this team. I get that he's a good defender, but he gets exposed in the playoffs. And Mitchell Cooks. Yeah, I mean Rudy Gobert he got taken off the court from Terrence Mann and the Los Angeles Clippers last year pretty easily. I mean, they went 5 out, put Terrence Mann in the corner, and he hit threes over Gobert the whole time until they had to pull Gobert because offensively he's a negative, always a negative. He's a good screen roller, a screen setter, and he can roll off the screen, but on playoff basketball, it's not that easy. And defensively, when you're just going to go 5 out like that, Gobert gets absolutely cooked, man. He gets cooked. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. He's a god defender in the regular season. But playoff time, he's ass on defense, especially getting killed in the pick and roll. And yeah, it's disgusting. The Clippers destroyed him. It is kind of crazy how we traded Josh Richardson, got Seth Curry, and then eventually flipped that for James Harden. Bro, he's a genius. Daryl Morey is 7 steps ahead of the next GM. Yeah, Jalen Brunson's a stud. I love Jalen Brunson. All right, so back to Toby 6. Maybe you weren't here. I'll definitely talk about it again. I think it's good and bad. Bad because we can't have a dude making upwards to $200 million score 6 goddamn points in a basketball game. Not going to win a lot of games when your second highest, third highest now player is Tobias Harris scoring 6 points. But on the bright side of it, he only shot the ball 9 times, and we literally didn't even need him on the court tonight, and yet we still won by like 30-something. So it worked. You know, we didn't need Tobias Harris. And the beauty of it, especially, man, with Maxey and being aggressive as he was tonight, that's the most important thing here. With Maxey being aggressive, we're not going to need Tobias Harris because he's a fourth option. It's going to come to the point where, like, if he can do something a little bit more than just baseline shit, it's a plus. But we don't expect him to go off. Like, he's not going to be putting up 20-point games as much anymore. It's just not going to happen. And that's a really, really, really good thing. Like, that's a really good thing. I mean, maybe Toby can be that guy who runs with the bench unit for some reason. I don't know why Doxel does that, but that might be a little bit more of a role for him. And then Tobias will probably give us 12 to 14 to 15, 16 a night. That's a sweet spot. That's where we need to have Toby living at, is 12 to 16. We don't need any more because it means he's taking shots away from guys like Maxey, Harden, and Embiid. We have too many cooks in the kitchen now for Toby to be putting up a lot of shots. So hold off on that. There's a lot of comments here. I got to. Bro, Jay, it's on another goddamn planet. I was saying earlier, you know how crazy it is to like root on a James Harden step back 3? Like, I feel like I'm breaking. Like, I feel like I'm not rooting for the Sixers when he does it because I'm like, he's not a Sixer. But James Harden, he's on the Philadelphia 76ers, ladies and gentlemen. It's insane. I still can't get over it. I still can't get over it, man. I still can't get over it. It's amazing to be able to root on James Harden and his step back threes and get excited when they go in is a feeling I never thought I'd feel, but I'm glad I'm feeling. And you're right, Mel. I have been the core component. I have been the driving force of constantly saying that this fit is amazing. I've said it from the very beginning, and maybe I'm a little biased, but also I'm looking at it from a basketball perspective that I think the Harden to the Sixers fit is the best they possibly could have done ever. Out of any player in the NBA, there's nobody that plays alongside with Embiid better than Harden. They're both half court, just marvels. Truly, that I'm not worried about the fit. I was never worried about the fit, and I know this is one game, but like, I think this is just a testament to what you're going to see all year long. The shots aren't going to fall like they did tonight, but at the pace of play that the Sixers did and the energy that they had, I would imagine that this is something that keeps up. You know what I mean? I saw a comment. I wanted to go back here. What teams scare me the most? I'm talking about the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 1, without a doubt, it's the Bucks. The Bucks are a really good team. They've been there. They've done that. They won a championship last year. But when it comes to matchups, because the playoffs are very matchup heavy, it's matchup dependent, if anything. Drew Holiday is one of the better guys you can put on James Harden. Chris Middleton is a better Tobias Harris. And Giannis is one of the few guys who can compete at the level that Embiid competes at. The only thing is now, the Sixers have that Mr. Fourth little guy, that fourth guy, Tyrese Maxey. If Maxey can be the X factor in that series, in which he will have to be, I think the Sixers win that series. This is a hilarious comment. Gotta love the big 3 going off. Harden 27, Embiid 34, Tobias Harris 6. Oh, another great comment. Ian, I love it, brother. This is an awesome comment. Bro, he really was, Drewski. He was really shutting Cat down. Bro, like, Cat was a shell of his former self tonight. I mean, that man did not look like he wanted to be on the court at all. They were complaining about calls 3 minutes into the first quarter. Absolutely not. Lucas. There's no shot. I don't want anyone to bring this up. I don't want to talk about this because I think this is one of the worst takes ever. There's nobody I want on my team less than Zion Williamson for a multitude of reasons, from fit to personality to injury proneness, and we have plenty of that already. To guys who are fat, we have plenty of them already. I don't want Zion. The fact that we would have to trade everything for this man, for him probably not to resign, screw that. No. My opinion, teams like the Heat, Bucks, and even Brooklyn, when they are healthy, scares me the most as Sixers fans. Yeah, you would imagine. I'm not worried about Cleveland. Not worried about the majority of the Eastern Conference. Boston's a tough team. I think Boston's a pretty good matchup against the Sixers. So Boston's kind of scary. Toronto, I'm not really worried about, strictly because they don't have anybody that can guard Embiid, especially Harden. The Heat are tough. But I think we win that series in 6, maybe 5, just because we have the 2 best guys on the court. I mean, to win playoff basketball, you need to have the best player in the series. That's why Milwaukee scares me, because Giannis and Embiid, it's a toss-up. It's a genuine toss-up. You don't know who's going to be the best player that night. But Miami, we have the 2 best players, so you would imagine we win that series, barring some crazy fold or some crazy whatever the hell. I think we win that series against Miami pretty easily. Brooklyn is a different story. I don't believe in Brooklyn being healthy. I don't. And defensively, they don't have a single human being in the city of New York that can guard Joel Embiid on the Knicks or the Nets. So I'm not really worried about Brooklyn either. Plus, I mean, what are you going to do with Ben Simmons, dude? What are you going to do with Ben Simmons? Yo, don't get me wrong. Zion is incredible at basketball. I mean, there's a reason why he was the number 1 pick in the draft, and it literally is phenomenal. But I just don't see the fit, man. I don't see the fit. I would imagine Charlotte sneaks in, Lucas. I would imagine. The big eraser, Nerlens. Ben Simmons is an overrated playmaker. At most of his assists just come from being passive and passing midair. Yeah, it's the humor behind this. The humor behind this exact this statement here that you make here, Nick, is people say he's a better playmaker than James Harden. But if you ever watch James Harden orchestrate an offense, it's never, ever jump passes because he lost his dribble. It's always the fact that he's looking 2 steps ahead of the next defender. It's 2 steps ahead of the next guy. It's constantly pushing the ball, pushing the pace, pushing the ball down court, cross court, and one-handed, no-look pass. Harden is an absolute maestro with the ball in his hands. It's much different. It's much, much different than Ben Simmons' assists. How long do you think until Ben 10 makes his debut for the Nets? Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the first game after the March 10th Sixers game. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't be surprised, man. Harden tied Ben Simmons' career 3-pointers in 1 game. Isn't that hilarious? We deserve this as Sixers fans, man. We absolutely deserve this. We deserve that shit. We deserve James Harden. We have a real guard for the first time in years, bro. We do. If you're not including Markelle Fultz or Jared Bayless or TJ McConnell, holy shit. You realize how many bad guards I can quickly just name instantly? Isaiah Cannon, Tony Roten. We've had some of the worst guards of all time. Literally of all time. We basically traded Jason Tatum for Markelle Fultz. And that man was garbage. And Raul Neto. Don't even get me started on Raul Neto. That man has got to be the most frustrating individual I've ever seen. Had a good game tonight, though. Bro, I hate TJ, bro. I hate TJ. I can't stand TJ McConnell because he's okay. He's a very okay player. But the way the fans in Philadelphia made him seem like he was Michael Jordan blew my mind. It blew my mind how bad he was compared to what people were saying about him. Bro, TLC is another one. TLC was the worst. Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot was brutal. Brutal. Probably not a success, Jay. It's probably a little early. I mean, he only played 4 or 5 minutes tonight. My first takeaway, my initial reaction was negative because physically he doesn't look good. He just doesn't look good physically, and that's something that you can say. I mean, it's not too early to say that he didn't look physically good. He looked a little skinny, but he also looked out of shape, and it was just slow. He doesn't have that athletic jump to him that it appeared that he used to have. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating because I think I had an expectation of him coming in during this 10-day contract and at least being a little bit more athletic than he was showing tonight. Again, he played with the backups, and he's not going to ever do well with the backups. He needs to play with Harden to at least see what he can do. So maybe it's a little too early to tell on the WCS front, but it's going to be interesting. If OKC buys out Derek Favors, he's a Sixer for sure. But it just depends on if the Thunder do that. That's who Morey was talking about when he said that he had somebody lined up. It was Derek Favors. I'm almost 150% positive it was Derek Favors. I think we can finish first in the East too. We still have holes on this team. I don't want this game to go by and make you think that we're perfect, because we're not. The Sixers are not perfect right now. We need a backup five, or at least to give Paul Reed minutes, to give Bassey minutes, because Millsap, as much as I like the guy and I want him to do well, he just isn't going to be able to be that guy that can come off and play 15 to 20 minutes a night. Obviously, I don't trust him getting more than 6 or 7. But we need a guy who can come off the bench to play the backup five, because by what I saw from Willie Cauley-Stein tonight, again, it's way too early to tell, but I just don't think he's going to be that guy, unfortunately. DeMarcus Cousins also signed this whole season with the Nuggets, so that's not going to happen, Lucas. But Derek Favors has been my guy. He has been my choice since the deadline. Since the moment the deadline happened, it's always been Derek Favors for me. I want a guy who can be able to be a little athletic. Favors may not be the most athletic dude, but if we can get a backup five who can be a little bit more athletic and can rim run, like just a poor man's Clint Capella. If there's a poor man's Clint Capella out there, that's all I want, man. That's all I want. Whole squad at a plus minus of, yo, it's funny you said that, Brad. Everybody but Shake Milton and Korkmaz had a plus minus, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. This might be a little bit harsh. Shooters are very hard to get in the NBA, so Furkan probably wouldn't. And Shake has the ability to be good. So I don't think I would have him there either. I think this is a little bit much. I'm definitely disappointed that it's been I don't even dislike Willie Cauley-Stein, and I think it's unfair of me to be like talking smack on the guy because he played 4 minutes tonight. I mean, the man literally went out there and ran for like 240 seconds. So, I mean, that's a little bit too quickly to say he sucks, but he is. Romp loves guys who aren't good at basketball. He does it for the shock effect. He doesn't really know. Romp doesn't. Deep down, I don't believe Romp really believes he likes these players. I just think I don't know. I'll talk to him about it next time he's on. I'll ask him why he likes these guys. Yeah, Toby didn't look good. But on the bright side, Bernard, we won by 30 plus because we didn't need him to look good. And you know how nice it is to say that we won by 31 points because we didn't need Tobias Harris to do well? That's huge, man. An ad's about to play, and I just want to pause it. What's going on here? Pause the ad. There you go. All right, let's get this screen sharing. I kind of could see this at some point in his career. It's a stretch, but at some point, I really like Paul Reed. Nah, Kemba's not going to buy out. Kemba said he doesn't want to buy out. Why does Doc fall in love with bench players playing alongside with only Tobias? Like, this shit doesn't make sense at all. I don't think it's going to be as bad from now on. I think a reason as to why we didn't blow a huge lead here was the fact that he had a really good rotation. For the most part of this whole part of the game, he had a really good rotation. I really liked what he did. I really like what he did. I like when he he didn't have an all 5 bench unit for like 8 minutes in a row. I mean, he had like a 3-minute stretch today in the third quarter when the Timberwolves started to come back, and it looked like Doc was going to be Doc, but then he switched it up. As soon as it wasn't working, Doc made an adjustment, and the last 2 games now, Doc Rivers has been really impressive for me. Has been really impressive, and I can't say enough about that because I tend to fall on the side of being very overcritical with him, but he had a very good game today, and he had a very good game against Milwaukee, and that's really, really big. It's really big, man. The Sixers is. Do you think we make the Eastern Final? No, Doc's not getting fired. Doc will not. I promise everybody in here, Doc will not get fired this year or next year. He has at least until the end of next season. I promise you. I promise everybody in here. They like Doc Rivers. The front office likes Doc Rivers. Harden likes Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is a Harden type of coach. Light practices, very easy to play under. Not a lot of aggressive coaching behaviors when it comes to players. Lets him do whatever he wants to do as long as you come to work the next day. Doc Rivers is a good coach for James Harden. Do you think? I think we're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals too. So foul trouble is the reason why Doc didn't have 2 of Harden. Exactly. And that, bro, the foul trouble was so wishy-washy this whole night. I mean, it was disgusting. Jay, bro, that's what I said from the jump. The biggest part about getting Harden was you're making this roster Doc Rivers proof. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. James Harden will be the reason why Doc issues as a head coach will be in. Yeah, but I mean that's what superstar players do, though. It's not just a Doc thing. It's all around the league constantly. There are very few elite head coaches in the NBA. There are very few coaches better than Doc Rivers around in the league. I mean, there are for sure. I mean, Rivers is probably not a top 5 coach, but he's definitely a top 10 coach. He's without a doubt a top 10 coach. So, it's tough, man. It's tough to be a good coach. I think D'Antoni as an assistant would be interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't really know how I feel about D'Antoni at all, actually. I wanted him originally, but then Doc was available, and I was like, I fell into the Doc Rivers spell, and I was like, oh, let's go get Doc Rivers. Looking back, I should have went Ty Lue. I might agree with you here. I really might agree with you here. I like Bassey's aggressiveness, and I think he's young and he knows how to run up and down the court. But I really like Willie Cauley-Stein's experience and ability to play within himself. But to me, it's very unfortunate because I just didn't see anything out of him tonight, and I didn't see anything physically out of him tonight. More so than his stat line. I don't really give a shit about his stat line. I wanted to see what he looked like as a physical person, and I don't think I loved it, man. I don't think I was a huge fan of where he was physically tonight, which is unfortunate. But maybe it was just an off night. Maybe he had a weird breakfast taco that kind of rumbled in his stomach a little weird, and he's going to be good, Sunday. Harden and Embiid, I genuinely do probably believe that they're the best duo in the NBA. When healthy, I think they're the best duo in the NBA. Top duos in the NBA are probably Harden and Embiid, Kyrie and KD, LeBron and AD when healthy, and AD's been terrible this year, but I think Levine and DeRozan have got to be up there. I mean, they're really good. Maybe Giannis and somebody on that team. I don't know, man. Booker and CP, but CP's not healthy, man. Spoelstra, Kerr, and Pop. Nah, dude, Lucas, you're missing the best coach in the NBA. You're missing the best coach in the NBA, Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is, to me, without a doubt, the best coach in the league. It goes Nick Nurse, Spoelstra, Kerr. Pop doesn't do it for me anymore. They don't win. They're not winning. They're not overperforming. They're exactly where they should be. Doc is not a top elite coach anymore. Yeah, Ty Lue would be funny. Joel looked a little sloppy tonight. Probably because he wasn't used to being so open. Once he gets used to it, watch out. Yeah, I mean, Embiid didn't have a great first half. He didn't. He had like 14 and 7 at the end of the first half, I believe. I said it on Twitter. I was like, it's crazy. All these people are knocking Embiid, telling him how bad he is. Yet he still has 14 and 7 at the end of the first half. Like, I mean, that's still on pace for a 28-14 game. But he wasn't playing well, and I think that the fact that Embiid didn't look good in the first half and we were still up big, whatever it was at the end of the first half, and the fact that Embiid, I mean, the pick and roll game is so good with Harden, and it was really interesting. Harden tried throwing an alley oop to Embiid, and Embiid's not a dude that finishes alley oops. Dude jumped up, brought it back down, went back up with it, and won. It was funny. I was like, that's really funny. Do you think Paul Reed can be that backup big? I think he's athletic enough to just be that rim runner to get lobs from Harden, and he can guard the pick and roll, which is underrated in the playoffs. I think so. I think to be able to stagger him and Bassie and whoever plays better that night is the guy that you go with. I like that idea. I like Paul Reed a lot, but I just don't know if he's ready there. I don't know if he's ready, but at the same time, you got to take a risk, and I'm probably going to switch ships by me saying that I would give Paul Reed those minutes. I mean, if Willie Cauley-Stein's going to play the way he did, or it looks like he's going to play tonight, and Paul Millsap, who I love but is just not there, Paul Reed could have done better than both of those guys tonight. So Paul Reed, why not, bro? Bring Paul Reed in. I love Paul Reed. I'm a big Paul Reed fan. I used to love that dude. I've never been more excited, Bernard. Trust me. I'm an hour and 2 minutes into a live stream that I wasn't going to do, but I have to do now. I mean, this is crazy. I'm just so freaking excited. Just so happy, man. I'm so happy that Embiid deserves this, man. Embiid deserves a partner who wants to win. Yo, Greg, check out the post-game moment between Harden. It's on Sixers. All right, let me go on Twitter. Can you guys see? I love these dudes. I love these dudes, man.
30 assists, move the ball.
Be the seal. Oh, the loudness. I'll play this while I'm going. Embiid's on another planet, bro. I mean, this man's playing really good basketball. You got to imagine he's the MVP. And what I think's really the most interesting thing about it is that Harden's clearly not going to take away from Embiid's production. Like, look at that. It's that easy. That was the easiest N1 I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, the Embiid and Harden duo is substantially better. That right there. Oh, that's it. I want to rewind that for you guys. This play is so funny to me. You'll always see James Harden here throw that alley-oop because Embiid is behind D'Lo here, and any center in the world at Embiid's position right here is going to go up for that alley-oop. So Harden sees it. He has this opportunity that he's either going to shoot it or alley-oop it. Cat goes up with him, so it's an easy read, right? This is a quarterback easy read for Harden. A clear lob threat here to Embiid. But everybody that watches Sixers games knows that Embiid is not a guy who's a lob threat. He gets the ball to Embiid. Easy dunk. Maybe it's a little too aggressive of a pass. Embiid brings it down. Easy bucket. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's really interesting watching those two play together. Got lucky on that pass, and then Embiid was just an absolute monster from three the whole game. It really is ridiculous. I don't know who that is. Song color coded. What a steal. Look at that pass. And it's just fun basketball tonight. It was just really, really fun basketball. Sixers up 20 at this point. And when Embiid's making that shot, it's a wrap, dude. The spacing is ridiculous. You're right. Just the whole thing, dude. I mean, Embiid hitting that mid-range jumper, it's just the cherry on top. We don't even need that anymore, and yet it's going to make the Sixers really, really hard to beat. When Embiid just gets in his bag like this, he did in the early fourth, late third quarter. It's a wrap, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. The Sixers are just a better team. And Embiid hitting a shot like that is ridiculous, dude. Exactly, yeah. Well, we need a lob threat back up 4, or back up 5, I should say. Right there, I mean, that pick and roll is deadly. That's never going to get stopped. There's nothing you can do against that. There's nothing you can do against that, man. I want to watch it again. I just want to live in all of this moment. They're trying to be. It's so funny too. I mean, it was 6-3, and everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, guys, dude, the Sixers are going to win this game. I'm not worried about it. Especially Embiid hitting threes. The first quarter was a raining 3 parade. I was never worried about it, man. It's just really, and Niang hitting that corner 3. I mean, his feet were like, he was like behind the backboard when he hit that. That's the easiest N1. I mean, that's just, I can't even go on enough about that play right there. That perfect read. Embiid really had a great game tonight. Harden did too, though. I mean, I love this play. That play is so funny to me. Oh, my God. Yeah, I know, Bernard. We were down 5, and then we were up by 10 in like a second. Bro, with Embiid shooting a 3 ball like that, we'll never lose. We definitely need a better fight, but the Timberwolves are a good team. And it was on the road, so like, I don't think it's a game where we're going to be like, look past because it's an easy team, because the Timberwolves aren't bad, man. The Timberwolves are not a bad team. Nah, dude, they don't suck. They're a playoff team in the West as we speak. They're going to be a playing game, but I mean, I think they'll be a playing team. They're not bad. I mean, they have 2 decent. Well, yeah, they have no heart, but you know, Tyrese with a career high 4 steals. Yeah, Tyrese was defensively was the man tonight. He really was the man. He really jumped passing lanes really, really well. He had 1 steal in like the second quarter, maybe. That was just crazy. It just all of a sudden he just like had the ball, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Butler was on that team like 5 years ago, though, dude. It's not the same team. I really want to go through the standings right now. So here we are with the Eastern Conference. Goddamn ads. The Heat and the Bulls are tied for first. The Sixers are currently 2.5 back. I don't know if this includes tonight. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Brooklyn's currently at 8. They're a game and a half up from Charlotte and 2.5 up from Atlanta. I mean, they're probably steady there. But for them to have a playing game is not fun. They're on a 2-game losing streak. They don't really look good lately. Boston, I think, is going to climb. I think Cleveland's probably going to lose that. You would imagine Milwaukee climbs. But I don't know, dude. I'm not, when it comes to scared of teams, I wouldn't say I'm scared of any team, but I would say teams, if any team I fear a little bit, would be Milwaukee. Chicago, I'm not worried about. Embiid dominates them. Now let's look at the West. Look at that, dude. 32-29. They're better than the Nets, their record. The Timberwolves are a good team, ladies and gentlemen. They are the 7th seed right now. And they're a good home team, 18-12. So I wouldn't sleep on the fact that the T-Wolves are not bad. I mean, they're not bad. What am I missing? Yeah, you get it. You get it. You get it again. Yeah, Toronto got smoked tonight, dude. So right now we would play Boston. Is that what it is, Lucas? Let me look. 3-6. Yeah. We win that. We win that in 6-5. Boston's a good team. I don't really want to play Boston, but it's winnable. I would obviously. Yeah, I mean, Ant-Man isn't really like a. I'm not. I don't know. I love Anthony Edwards, but he doesn't really fit the way this team is. Also, Miami. Like, I don't. Miami doesn't scare me because they don't have a single player that can guard Joel Embiid. And like, don't get me wrong, the depth and the veteran leadership of Miami is like super, super legit. But I don't think that Miami has a player on their team that's better than Embiid or Harden, and it's really, really hard to win a series against a team that have two players better than anybody on your team. Bam Adebayo cannot guard Embiid. I'm sorry to break it to you. Bam cannot guard Embiid. History has shown that Embiid dominates Bam, dominates him. Bam is not nearly big enough to stop. He's like he's like a skinnier Ben Simmons, better than him. But when it comes to physically, he's a skinnier Ben Simmons. There's a lot, man. I just don't think Miami has two guys who are better than Harden and Embiid. And I've always said the best team wins because they have the best player in a playoff series. And for the Sixers to have the two best players in a playoff series, I don't think we lose that. I don't think we lose that series. But yeah, absolutely hit the like button, fellas. Let this channel grow. Trying to get to 2K subs. You know, bro, I love responding to the chat. It's all I'm for, bro. I love talking basketball. I'll do it all day long, dude. That's what I'm about, man. That's what I'm about. Yes, Mr. 89. I appreciate that. It's one of my buddies. He's great, dude. I really, I'm gonna take a picture of this just to send it to him because he's a great guy. He's a great guy, man, and he deserves it. He deserves the love because I know how much work he puts into it. So I'll make sure to let him know that. He'll really appreciate that, and I really, really want to incorporate him into my channel when it comes to just art in general. I want him to do all of my thumbnail art. I want him to get after it, but I also want to pay him. So once I get monetized, and I am in the process of becoming monetized, I'm 100% going to give him his due. You see who our big three is now. Tobias the fourth option. Amen to verse. Amen, buddy. Amen. You know how great it is to say that we don't even care that Tobias Harris had like 6 points because we didn't need him. We didn't even need him, man. We didn't even need him to go off. The most beautiful part about it was he only had 9 shots. That's awesome. And we still won by 31 points against a good team on the road. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not going to shoot 48% from 3 every single night. But at the same time, man, like the core feeling of this game and the energy and how the game was played with open look after open look, the gravity that Joel Embiid draws, but then Harden draws at the same time, that's not going to change. That's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's really, really, it's a really good sign. And I'm surprised that a lot of people haven't been after this for a while. I mean, I guess you have to watch a team play together, and I know it's one game, and I'm probably ahead of myself, but I thought that Harden was the best possible fit Embiid could have ever had alongside him because of the half-court offense preference and the fact that the gravity that he has at the perimeter is equal to the gravity that Embiid has down low, and it's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, bro, Lucas, I hope so, bro. Maxey was insane. Maxey was insane. I mean, he had 28 points, and it was the quietest 28 points. 12 of 16 from the field and 2 of 3 from 3, I believe it was. Dude, I mean, Tyrese was incredible. I mean, he was really incredible. He had an incredible game, and it's beautiful to see him come out and be as aggressive as he was because that's my key, man. I've always thought that the Tyrese, James Harden duo is going to be very good because of the change of pace mentality and the contrast between the two guards. But watching Harden lull a defender to sleep, draw a double team so slowly, then kick it to Maxey in the corner for a three, for him to pump fake and drive the lane in a second is incredible. It's incredible. It really is. It's amazing. It's amazing the contrast between James Harden and Tyrese Maxey. No, I honestly, Bernard, I really believe that Harden is a better fit just because of his slow pace of play. He draws a lot of fouls. He is the guard version of Embiid. Yeah, diverse. If we hit half our shots, we would have. I mean, we hit 48%, so that's half. Maxey's the man, dude. He came in, did his job. A lot of fast break outlet passes from Harden. Harden set Maxey up specifically for a lot of easy looks. Easy looks. So if that continues, and I don't see why it wouldn't continue, Tyrese is going to be a guy who's going to put you 20 plus a game, a night. And that just makes Tobias Harris that much more unimportant, which is beautiful. I mean, dude, we don't need Tobias Harris to go out and do things that, we wouldn't ask Tobias Harris to do. We don't need Tobias Harris to shoot the ball 20 times a game. We need him to shoot the ball 8 to 13 times a game. And if you're making your buckets, go out and shoot 15 times. If you're going to go 11 for 15, bro, I will take that every day of the week. But I don't want to see you shoot the ball 18, 19, 20 times, especially if it's not falling. I mean, that game against Milwaukee was 9 of 20. And, I get it. That's not the worst game ever. But no, none of that. Normally here, Lucas, I would shit on this. But I see what you're trying to say. So I'm going to look past the comparison because it's not really the players you're comparing. You're comparing the style of play, in which I would say I agree. Harden is a guy who will age well because his game is not predicated on athleticism. And I think that's what you're trying to say. Isn't the Sixers defense still an issue? Yeah. It's not great. But tonight it wasn't bad. We forced Minnesota in a lot of bad shots. We forced Minnesota to shoot the ball really poorly from three. We forced Minnesota to foul a lot, which changed the pace of the game. I think when it comes to the big knock on defense, it's always on Harden, right? But with James Harden, we have 69 in the chat. That's funny. The thing with James Harden is that he's a better defender than Seth Curry. He's a much better defender than Seth Curry, and he's a better on-ball defender. I mean, Harden has his lapses at the perimeter, as most guards do, but Harden has his more. And it was obvious tonight. It was obvious tonight that Harden is not a great, energetic defender on the perimeter. It's very obvious. But what he is, he's a very good interior defender. I mean, he knows how to poke the ball loose on bigs. He knows how to get physical with little guards. He's a very good interior defender. He's a good post defender. He's a guy who people may be able to take past to get to the bucket, but he's a much, much better defender than Seth Curry. I mean, Seth Curry is just an F all around. On all types of defense, he is just an F. But Harden's more of a C. He's more of a C, occasionally a B- type of guy. When it comes to perimeter defense, yeah, he's a C. He's going to give you the bare minimum of energy and effort. He's not going to do anything too outrageous, but he's going to be eh. But when it comes to the interior, Harden's a much better defender than I think a lot of people realize or give him credit for. Yeah, I mean, Harden was awesome with the ball tonight. He only had, 2 turnovers? 2 turnovers, I think it was. He was great. He had 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 27 points. Maxey had 28 points, and then Embiid had 34. I mean, dude, we're never going to lose a game with 3 guys scoring over 25 points like that. I mean, name the last time. Truly, try and name the last time the Sixers scored 130 plus in a game, and we had 3 guys score over 25 points. I don't know. The Jimmy Butler days? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think we can name a game. I don't think I can name a game that we did that. And I know this is just the first game, but that's a crazy sign. That is a crazy, crazy sign. And that's the thing, Lucas. If Harden gets blown by he's just basically like every other guard on the Sixers. He can't guard anybody, which is okay. But Embiid is one of the best shot contesters in the NBA. I mean, he is right up there with Rudy Gobert. He is. And it's not we have a really good center to lose your guy to, because Embiid's going to either block that shit or contest that shot better than anybody else could do it. So, I mean, it's good, man. Exactly, bro. When's the last time we scored 65 points in a half, let alone the first half of a game like this? It really is an unbelievable game for so many different reasons, that the Sixers just did a lot of things that we haven't seen them do maybe in my lifetime. We haven't been able to see a Sixers team like this do, and it's really it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's wild. We don't see this. You don't see the Sixers play like this. You don't see the Sixers have energy like this. You don't see the Sixers have fast break points like this, especially this year, man. We're bottom 3 in the league in fast point transition points. And this year and tonight we dominated. We dominated that stat. Harden's outlet passes were incredible. The thing with Ben Simmons was he was a great transition player, but Ben Simmons was a guy who would get the rebound and do everything himself and take the ball all the way up himself and then make a decision. And you know what? It was usually a pretty good decision, whether it was a layup or a dunk or a pass off to something else. But Harden doesn't even need to dribble the ball to complete that. I mean, you saw Harden make 3 outlet passes tonight that were absolutely stunning. Were stunning to Matisse Thybulle and to Tyrese Maxey twice. It's incredible, man. I mean, Harden brings in a facet to this team that we've never had. That we've never, ever, ever had. It's beautiful. I want to go right now to I want to watch a little bit of the Harden assists. Because it was I mean it genuinely was just phenomenal. Really was. I couldn't have asked for a better game from him. My prediction for him tonight was 22, 12, and 8. Turned out to be 27, 12, and 8, which is pretty goddamn close. But let's look at these assists here. Just need to turn the sound off before I get in trouble. Can you guys see? You guys can see. Right out the gate. I mean, are you kidding me? Right out the gate, an incredible pass. I mean, Harden is just look at Toby scoring 2 early threes and then doing nothing. That's it for Toby. We just saw all of his points for tonight. All of his points. You see this fast break and then this absolute beautiful pass. I mean, wild. You don't see guys like that do that type of stuff. The Sixers coaching staff's all been awesome lately. I was saying that earlier. Doc Rivers has been phenomenal the past 2 games. He really has been. And there's so much drama off the shoulders of this team with Simmons gone. It's amazing. There's the fast break to Matisse. I don't think Ben makes that pass. I don't think Ben attempts to make that pass. That the dribble handoff, which is Harden's go-to, especially in Brooklyn, that was his go-to, and it's Embiid's favorite play to run. Look at that. The change of pace. Beautiful. I hope they counted one of his assists to Maxey in the corner when he blew by. I hope they do that soon. It might be this one. It is this one. No, it's not. That pass is stupid, too. That pass is stupid good, dude. Holy smokes. This is... Oh, my God, dude. I could watch Harden pass the ball all night long. It's the best passer in the NBA. Truly the best passer in the... It's this one right here. You see him lull these dudes to sleep. Bang. I got to replay that because that was just... Check this out. So we got Harden here, and he has Cat. So D'Lo, I believe, that may be a Koji, already knows... No, that's D'Lo. He already knows that he needs the help, but yet he has not moved. The ball is literally in air. The ball is past D'Lo at this point, and he has not moved yet. That's how quick this decision was. Now let's watch this again here. Harden's about to make his move. He does the step back. D'Lo just expects a shot, and by the time Tyrese gets it in the corner, By the time Tyrese gets to this, D'Lo is so out of position that it doesn't even matter. Tyrese says, look, buy him. Easy. Full speed here. Harden lulls 2 defenders to sleep, and Tyrese Maxey takes complete advantage of them. I mean, that game is absolute. That play is the epitome of why those two are going to work together. It's incredible, man. Maxey shot out of a cannon, but it's so much more impressive when Harden is just lulling these dudes to sleep. I mean, he's just singing lullabies to these guys, and they're just going to sleep. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Man, everybody hit the like button. I'm about to head out soon. It's an hour and 30 minutes in. I have work tomorrow, but this was awesome. This was sweet. I had an absolute blast here tonight, guys. Thank you for everyone coming out too. If anybody wants to hop in, say something in the chat, let me know. Throw out chats. I'm going to start reading some chats before I hop off. But geez, man, Harden is insane. The beard is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it was, bro. Diverse was perfect. I'm really glad that I just fell upon NBA.com to show you that highlight. I really, really wanted to show that highlight because it just shows you. It goes to show how the contrast between our two guards. It's so much, and it's so good. It's so good. The slow pace to Harden's offensive play is he has a half-court offense, you know. He wants to get in his motions. He wants to get in his sets. He wants to get into his little dribble packages, take his time. And as soon as he gets in that step back, he has Cat off the ground. He has D'Lo focused solely on him and not his man. He makes that dish to Tyrese in the corner. And the moment the moment Tyrese Maxey makes that catch, he's gone. He's gone. It's a baseline drive. It's an easy baseline drive. It's an easy 2 points. It's an easy layup. And it's just plays like that. They're really going to start to add up, man. I mean, there was 3 or 4 times where Harden's ability to get the ball to Tyrese, there's a reason why Tyrese all of a sudden had 28 points tonight, guys. Truly. I truly believe that. Till Sunday, bro, this shit don't feel real. Mel, that shit does not feel real, dog. This does not feel real. Time cop. Peace, brother. Thank you for stopping in. I'm not mad at Tobias scoring 6. That was supposed to be his role anyway. Amen, Adonis. I'm not mad about it. As long as we're winning by 31 points, I don't give a shit what he's doing. Keep grinding. See you on some live streams. Yeah, dude, I'm always around. I'm talking to DJ constantly. I'm always talking to Ron. We had Mitch on earlier today here. Good friend of mine. I just found you. Just subscribed. Like your work on your other guy's channel. On the other guy's channel. I appreciate your basketball knowledge for bringing me in. I appreciate that, broski. Thank you for the sub. We've been climbing, man. We've been grinding. We have been growing. I even had to get a haircut for the occasion. If my calic wasn't being a dingleberry, it would look better. But you know what? Had hair. I got work tomorrow. 48 in the chat right now, bro. I know Mel, and I know some of you guys remember the days of me live streaming with like 3 people in the chat, and I was just steady live streaming for like 2.5 hours. Wouldn't even care. I would have like 3 people in the chat. There'd be times where nobody was in the chat, and I was just still live streaming, talking like people were here. But the fact that I have, a little bit of a viewership now, it's awesome, man, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the people who come out. Appreciate the subs that I've gotten for the last 2 weeks have been freaking crazy. Anyone with a go photo of the goat is good to me. Amen, Aaron. Amen, dog. Also, hold it down for the J. Cole jersey. Yeah, I did, Mel. Bro, it was the dark days of YouTube, dog. It was the dark days. It was a lot of fun, though, man. I always had fun with you guys. All 3 of you in the chat. I appreciate you, Lucas. I appreciate everyone. But I don't know if I'll make a video tomorrow. I might upload parts of this clip here. But I do work 5 to 1, so that's going to be brutal. But I'm off on Sunday. I might go to the Sixers-Knicks game. Let me know if you guys want me to vlog that if I do. I went to the Steph Curry 3-point record game at Madison Square Garden, and I did vlog that. That was a crazy experience. I put that on YouTube. Since I do live in New York, I moved from Philadelphia to New York because I'm an actor, and I have to go where the work is. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to vlog that. I may spoil myself with a ticket. That shit's expensive as but I might have to do it. I really might have to do it. Bro, I'm gonna have to get a Romp reaction. I'm gonna have to hit up Romp. I hit him up and he was like, nah, bro, I can't. Tonight I'm busy. I'm like, all right, dude, all right. Tell her I say hi. Yeah, a vlog would be cool. It really would be cool. Go check out my Steph Curry vlog when he broke the 3-point record in New York. And if you guys like that, let me know if you want something like that. It was cool. It was the first time I've ever been to MSG and Steph dropped the record, and it was freaking wild. It really was wild. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. If there's ever a Conor McGregor movie, try out for that role. I look like Conor McGregor. The muscles too. Damn. I don't want to flex on you guys. I'm not really wearing a shirt, but everyone's reaction on the Harden step backs, dude. His step backs were stupid. It's so nice to cheer for a Harden step back. Never thought I'd be rooting for a James Harden step back 3 ever. But have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday. I will definitely be here. I will absolutely do a post game most likely, unless I am at the game. And if I am at the game on Sunday, I will 100% vlog it for you guys and then post that. But I don't know. All right. My voice is gone. I need to go drink some water. Thank you for everyone that came out tonight. Until next time, guys. Yo, wait. We have James Harden. Peace.